Hi everyone, welcome. This is Samela Del Toro Tarot. I do astrology mixed with mythology and tarot, letting the events of the zodiac guide my readings. Not all messages will resonate for every person, so leave what doesn't resonate now, but keep it in mind because it might make sense at a later time. You're all at different points in your timelines. Hi everyone, I hope everyone's well. Thank you for returning and hello if you're new. I'm just gonna do a collective this time. I did Virgos a day ago and it it was something. That's all I can say. It was something and I really needed to decompress after that because I didn't know what the heck that was. But then I noticed that so I have real trouble when the moon is in Cancer or Pisces, right? I'm not good with those deep emotions. But now I just discovered that I also have problems when it's in Virgo because I cannot believe that you Virgos and Virgo moons walk around like this all the time with this neurotic self destruction 24/7 eating at you like this. This is insane. This is exactly, Virgo, you are exactly what they made medication for. I do not like this at all. This is terrible. It's like a woodworm in there. It's like, ugh, I don't like it. It's like I said, neurotic self-destruction. That's not good. So, anyways, um, yeah, it was hard getting working up past the anxiety because usually I do have very terrible performance anxiety. Whenever I upload something, just know that there was 8 hours, 6 to 8 hours of paranoid anxiety going on before I hit that record button. So I especially felt it this last 2 days with the moon in Virgo. Now I'm a Leo moon, and so my heart wants to function in bright, you know, um, oblivious happiness. But this moon in this deep earth energy that's co-ruled by Mercury. This is just like bouncing around in the cave that's your own head. Oh, this is terrible. Um, Virgo. Oh, okay. So then, yeah. Now we're gonna have a moon in Libra. Think tomorrow, something like that. So we'll see how that plays out. But I laid out the first light tarot. Like I said, just a general collective. Let's see what's going on. Virgo, also from that reading that I just did the other day, there is some really intense, sexy, sexual, reproductive mixing chemicals, and two aspects of the feminine are fighting. And that was the first time I did a dedicated Virgo read since Lilith moved into Virgo and is sitting there for, it's going to be there for a few months, I think. I can't remember how long Lilith stays in each sign, but she is right dead center. She's like, anyways, Lilith, Adam's first wife, the cast aside harlot, that's what they describe her as, when what it was that um, Lilith and Adam were created as equals, but Adam didn't want an equal, he wanted a servant. So he got rid of her, and God made Eve from Adam, um, from his, from a piece of him, because she was to be flawed like he was. He didn't want an equal. And so it's that kind of the forgotten equality and empowerment of the feminine is supposed to be equal to the masculine, and we see it playing out right now between the fuck the patriarchy and the trad wife bullshit coming out, that these two, the empowered and the submissive of the feminine energies, are trying to reintegrate. And that's what was going on in Virgos. I had never had something that deep before. So we're just going to do a nice collective read to clear the palette and, see what else is going on out there. So you've got, we dropped the nature card, and it is like a change of perspective. It's see outside yourself, have flexibility, be able to change. There's continuous movement here. Time is short and perspective. And then you drop my favorite card out of this whole deck, the Fool. This is Voyager, and Voyager is still in orbit. It's out past, way past Pluto, and it's still sending back information on technology from the 70s. So she's still chugging. We're still chugging. You know, she's a Gen Xer. Go Voyager. But it's the Fool, and it's the first one to go on that journey. So it is progress, pathways. So there's something where you have to be flexible because there is a path that you can take. Okay? Brand new. Because it's the Fool. Then you got the code card. And the code is another one of my favorites. It means synchronicities, coincidences, and signs. And when I was meditating on this a while ago, when I first got the deck, they said that the coding, when you can read the codes, which is the signs and syncs and numbers and everything, and listen for downloads and inspiration, and you know, when your ear perks up and you hear something, everything that sparks a connection to source, that gives you little bits of information, that's all part of the code. And when you can read the code, you can read the program. In some cases, when you can read the code, you can rewrite the program. Okay? Then you got a card for the recent past, and then you got strength, Leo energy, intellect, intuition, and telepathy. I've never pegged Leos to be particularly telepathic because most of all the fire signs are in different ways very self-involved, you know, very egocentric. I mean, maybe the telepathy is that they can send because but they can't really receive. There's a, you know, there's a sender and a receiver, and sometimes when the, well, like I know my bestie and I, our connection is both ways. Like we can hear each other, but there are some instances in with the other people that I don't hear them, but they hear me. Okay, so maybe having that Leo moon, I figured maybe we're loud in the 5D so people hear us, but we can't really listen. We're not very good listeners. But anyways, here's strength, and it's talking about intellect, intuition, telepathy, knowing, in quotes, just knowing, you know, become an inspiration. Ooh, see, that's it's kind of conflicting little stuff here. It's like knowing and intuition, and but animals with telepathy, and but be an inspiration. It's all kind of like a pick something, just be something. And then the last card we've got is the portal card, which is passageways, and then here we get the Fool, which is pathways and journeys. So that's interesting. It says movement between worlds. Yeah. Time and oh yeah, movement between worlds, times and relationships. Decide your path. That's so cool. Should I put that by, how does that look? Portal, recent past, strength, and then code. No. Should we do strength? Sometimes they have me rearrange so that the energy flows better. You wouldn't think that cards had a feng shui to it, but they kind of do. Perspective, new pathway, portal, coding, strength, becoming inspiration, recent past. That seems odd. That's the way they want it. Okay, so let's see. I think we're gonna skip fairies this time. Are they gonna pitch a fit if I do? I heard yes. Okay, so we're gonna do the fairies, the 4D energy. This first light tarot deck that I have is all pictures of the Hubbles, so I always give that universe energy. This first layer to me is the 5D. Now we're gonna come down to the fairies and see what's happening in the 4D. All right, give us this perspective. Time is short. See outside yourself and continuous movement. What is moving? Thank you. Sylvanus made an appearance again. He came out in the last few readings. This is putting on the mask of truth. This is basically putting on your glasses. When you put on your glasses, you get to see, you know, things that you always saw, but they were blurry. You really couldn't tell what the truth was. Now that you're putting on these glasses, now you're going to be able to tell the truth. Sharp perception. Yeah, the mask of truth. The aha moment. The aha moment. When I was talking about that with code, getting those little bits of inspiration. Sharp perception, new truths, cut away false perceptions. Okay, so there's going to be movement here, and you have to be discerning what the truth is. Things are in flux, things are in change. Keep that sword close to you. Time is short. You're going to get, and I heard also not only, I heard time is short because the cycle is winding down, I think. The Fool, Voyager. What is this new pathway or journey that the collective has before them? I love this card. What is the new... Oh, no, this is upside down. Okay. But you, hang on. Did you want to be upside down? No, no. What do you want? Okay. There's something unexpected coming up, but it's not ready yet. That's what I always get when I get this card. This is the Gotcha spirit. This is the Gotcha fairy. It's sprite, whatever energy, and it says breakthrough. It's hard to read. Breakdown leads to breakthroughs. Sudden shake-up, habits and patterns, attitudes, thoughts, and structures. It's an unexpected surprise. I know more than I see, but it always gives me, don't look at me, I'm not done yet. Or you don't perceive me. So there's something in a new journey that we're not quite perceiving yet. It's like he doesn't want to be... It's like Sylvanus is putting on the glasses to see, but a gotcha doesn't want to be seen yet. You know? There's so much change here. The portal, please. What is this portal? I'm coming back to the gotcha because there's more there. Breakdown leads to breakthrough, but it's not finished yet. An unexpected surprise. Please clarify the portal. The Singer of Courage. Bravery, self-discipline. Movement between worlds, times, and relationships. Self-discipline. Oh, wow. Transmutation of fear. Okay, please clarify the recent past for the collective. Clarify the recent past for the collective. Oh. recent past for the collective. Death. Huh. Death came out for Virgo last time. This is an ending that it's a natural ending. It's irrevocable. There's no going back, but it was change inner and outer. But it was the death to something that you needed to let go. This is not a suffering, torturous death. This is a sweet liberation. This is letting something go, and it's an easy transition. You know what I mean? I'm sure. I mean, because there's still gonna be sadness, of course. You know, you're always sad when this portal closes or opens or whatever. This new thing, or when you have to let something go that's familiar. There's gonna be sadness. That's normal. That's human. But this isn't like the gut wrenching, torturous death. This is like a shuddering, and then you release it because it's a liberation. It's a purification. What's the code, please? The synchronicities and signs, coincidences. People think that they're broke, like something's wrong with their brain if they get these signs and syncs, and they actually start to like get those messages, and the messages start clicking. They're like, oh my god, maybe something's wrong with me. It's the guardian of the gate, which is amazing because the portal is right here. You have to have courage to go through that gate. Singer of Courage is on top of the portal. Code, we've got this guardian of the gate. It says, passage now granted. And didn't we just have a card about pathways and passages? Yeah, passageways with the portal. Pathways with the Fool. On Code, you've got puzzles and signs and synchronicities. If you can read the code, you can read the program. And then you've got Guardian of the Gate. Passage now granted. Level up, new journey, right after death. There's something new. Because that's what it does. It burns away. It burns away the old so that new can grow. You know, it's like a controlled burn. No going back. Yeah, you can't go back once you go through the portal, and you especially can't go back once you go through the portal of death. Journey to significant change. Yeah, and this was change inner and outer. Okay? What about strength, telepathy, intellect, and intuition? Be an inspiration. I want that one. I felt that coming, one of the Sphinxes, because we got the Guardian of the Gate here. There is definitely a level up. The Sphinxes always drop when there's a chance at a gateway. So we had Portal, we had Guardian of the Gate, we've got Death, which is a change. And whenever there is a move, whenever there is a transition from one phase to another, we have to take the test. Okay, we can't, and then whenever these cards like Guardian of the Gate and the Portal come out, we always give one of the Sphinxes, okay? This is Epona's wild daughter. She's one of the Moon's daughters. It reminds me, so there's two of them. She has a sister in this deck. And they're moon energy, and they remind me of, in the moon tarot card, there's usually two pillars, or two structures that you have to pass between in order to go, on that path, on that journey. And that to me is the two sphinxes that you have to pass through and answer their riddles, or take, their quiz, their puzzles, in order to prove that you can continue on. The symbolism comes from the idea of, it's a mixture. There's one where it's like, it's the devil or the serpent, and everything that we go through is the test in order to either strengthen us or we have to prove that we are evolved and strong enough to stand in the presence again. If we're not at that level, we can't continue to the next phase. So there was there were stories and myths that the testing that the devil or the serpent puts you through is to make sure that you are pure enough to stand in the presence again. Because you can't bring that sadness, that doubt, that everything negative, you know, that's here, that's earthly, that's 3D, that cannot go through the portal to go to the other side with you. You've got to leave that, you know. So, in order to make this transition, we are tested. It says, dreams, inner shadow, fear, self doubt. Deal with the past, because this is part of the test. Since she's one of the sphinxes, this is her part of the questioning. It's the inner shadow, the self-doubt, and your fear. Can you, since it's on the strength card, can you be strong enough to leave that, but leave that aside? Are you, can you cast aside that fear in order to progress? That's what this Sphinx's line of questioning is when you get there. And we're here. We're there. We have to have courage. We've got the Singer of Courage here, self-discipline. If we can bring that with us through the portal, it's on there. But there's some of it we have to let burn away with the Death card. And then on code with puzzles and synchronicities, yeah, the passage is now granted. So here we are at a portal. We have an opportunity. If this has to do with what was going on with Virgo in my reading the other day, that's going to be continuing in that energy for a while. So we are at a passage point that might be for the next few months, where we can shed something that had to go. That's what I hear, because it says let the old go. And then there's a way that we can go forward, but we have to have strength. So we're going to bring this down to the 3D and see where this plays out in our everyday lives. I hope this is resonating. If it is, and you're vibing with me, and I'm, if it's useful and I'm making sense, there is donation links in the description. I thank you. So please clarify and elaborate on Sylvanius. What is being illuminated here? Sharp perception, new truths. We have to be flexible because there are new truths coming. Wow. Cut away old perceptions. Please clarify that. How does this play out in our everyday lives? I don't like how that flipped. What are we getting insight on that we have to be flexible about? What are we getting insight on that we have to be flexible about? What are we getting insight on that we have to be flexible about, please? Okay, I'll take that one. Oh, Seven of Pentacles. Okay, I heard there's still a little time. Okay, but I have to address this. In some of the cards, I don't know how many, but I've noticed this in the Four of Cups and now in the Seven of Pentacles. I have a problem with this squirrel. You see the squirrel up in the tree? I got a problem with that squirrel. In mythology, in Norse mythology, Yggdrasil, the world tree, has a squirrel in it named Ratatoskr, and it means the chatterer. So he's a gossip. He talks too much. He talks too fast, and what he says he gets wrong. And he's the one who runs messages back and forth. So there is an untrustworthy go-between in the mix. There is an untrustworthy. Um, it could be. It could be somebody who's just, I want to help, but they're doing it wrong, you know. And in this Seven of Pentacles, this tree is almost ripe. It's almost ready, right? It's like it. This goes into the Eight of Pentacles, which is a little more work, a little more effort. You know, it's like the final push in the race. You know, getting everything made and everything looking right, and the storefront's nice, and the business cards are tip top, and you took all your tests and everything. That's the Eight of Pentacles. This is, it's telling you it's almost there. Keep working while this ripens. That's what this says to me. However, keep in mind that there's somebody maybe in the mix who's got, they might be feeding you incorrect information, and they might not even know it. They just get it wrong, like in the translation process, right? Um, and it's an inconvenience. Give me a give me a simple example. Give me a simple example. So the example that they're giving me is, since the squirrel comes from the Norse mythology. They're giving me these two, like, Norsemen that are sitting by the fire, and they're talking to each other, and one of them says, "I'd give my right arm to have that woman, or to have her love," or something like that. And the squirrel hears it, and he goes to the gods and tells the gods, "Hey, what's his name wants you to cut off his arm." And the gods are like, "I don't know what the fuck he wants that for, but whatever, he'll get what he wants." And then the message comes back down that, okay, he's gonna lose his arm, and he loses it. And the original intent was, I would give my right arm for her love, right? But what happens is he loses his right arm, and he's so disfigured that she thinks he's disgusting, and now she doesn't love him anyway. That's the kind of thing that's the kind of feeling that this squirrel gives me. Watch what you're growing, because there might be something, um, somebody that, they're not even maybe intentionally, consciously doing it, but there's somebody there that might mess up the harvest, is what I'm hearing. So let's continue with the gotcha. Breakdown leads to breaking through, sudden shakeup, habits, patterns, attitudes, on Voyager, on the Fool. Please clarify that. Oh, okay. Yeah, here's the Eight of Pentacles. What was I just saying? It's the Seven of Pentacles leads to the Eight of Pentacles. It's like, while this ripens, do some more work. Do tie up, not even tie up the loose ends. It's like when you review right before midterms. That's what it's like. Get everything shiny. I heard, because there's going to be a shakeup of old patterns and attitudes. So it's like, oh, he's got a little mouse, I think. Yeah. Oh, the mouse. Okay. So in some oracle decks, I've seen mice that indicate somebody is stealing. Somebody is, like, just taking little crumbs and storing them away under your nose. Now, in this instance, I feel like it's a a suggestion for you to do that. Okay? For every 7 pentacles you create, take 1 pentacle and squirrel it away. All right? That's what it feels like. It feels like so it feels like that there's change in the wind that we can't control, and they're advising us to just put our heads to put our noses down and do our work. Just keep working. Don't let any of this bother you. Just keep working. And save a little bit along the way. Okay? If it's a dime to a dollar, put it aside. Please clarify the singer of courage on the portal. Bravery, self-discipline, movement between timelines and new relationships. Please clarify singer of courage on portal. I mean, it does kind of sound self-explanatory. It's like you're going to have to be brave to go through this new portal. Clarify courage. Oh, that's interesting. That courage fell right above strength, the strength card. Whatever this is taking a lot of strength. 2 of Cups. Oh my. Okay, so this is love. This is preparing financially to pass through a change and go towards a 2 of Cups. And there is a lot of strength and courage involved because there's a death of something in the recent past. Please clarify the death card. That's too many. Please clarify the death card that happened in the recent past. It's 2 of Cups working towards some. Wow. Bravery, self-discipline on this 2 of Cups. Death in the recent past. Please clarify death in the recent past. Well, I mean, of course, it says there's an ending. So what was it? Wrong question? How did it leave them? How did it leave us, this death? No? Yeah, tell me what this natural ending was. Okay, all these flipped over. Hold on. They're being very, well, I'm not gonna worry about it. They're being very tight-lipped about what this change was. What was this death in the past? Thank you. The Hierophant. All right, that was a contract. It's not a legal contract. It is a soul contract, okay? Legal contract would be like Justice and the Emperor or something like that. For me, the Hierophant is a soul contract because this is matters of spiritual concerns. It's the Pope, okay? The Pope is the keeper, interpreter, and teacher of divine law. He has everything written, supposedly, like symbolically, the Pope protects every spiritual thing that's been written down. So he's like in charge of the Akashic records. In the Akashic records, you find every soul contract that you made and every soul contract for this life. So that feels like there was the death in the recent past of a soul contract. This is Taurus energy. Do we have anything else? The Fool, this is Aries. Strength, that's Leo. We've got moon energy. Death is Scorpio. And the Hierophant is Taurus. So we've also got some Capricorn energy here. So we've got Taurus, Capricorn, Scorpio, Aries, Leo. Clarify the guardian of the gate on the code. Puzzle synchronicities. Oh, I heard combination. The combination to the lock on the gate. What's the password? What's the combination to the lock on the gate? What's the code for this? 3. I heard 3. What's this? Guardian of the gate on code, please. Level up, new journey, no going back. What is... Dang, come on, stop. Okay. Oh, the Knight of Cups. Oh, that's nice. Okay, the Knight of Cups. Idealistic, expectant, romantic, theatrical, emotional, an affectionate offer. No, an affectionate suitor, keen to start a fond relationship. Earnest, sincere, genuine, if not a little sappy, demonstrative, and clingy. That's in the negative, but he wasn't negative. So we've got the guardian of the gate on code with this. Oh, I heard I heard you have to trust your heart in this one, and that's the test. The test is trusting your heart. That's a hard one for us because we want to be able to trust what we can see. You know, that's not always... We've been burned before because trusting... that's why we're here in our Pentacle energy, because this stuff in the past, we've been burned by trusting our hearts before. But this is telling us when we come through this new portal, the guardian of the gate, the test right here in front of the Sphinx, the test is that you have to trust what your heart's saying, because you're coming with this energy of sincerity, right? This night of idealistic, romantic, of a little bit theatrical, but it is true, it is sincere. Yeah, and whoever this is very keen to start a fond new relationship. And that's the test. Do you trust it? Please clarify Epona's wild daughter, the Sphinx on strength. Please clarify the Sphinx on strength. This is the inner shadow. Yeah, fear, self-doubt. That's the test. She's looking right at that Knight of Cups. The inner shadow is that fear that we can't trust it. And we can't trust it because Sylvanius here. You gotta put on the... It feels like I don't want to trust it because what I thought I saw as the truth the other time was it burns me, you know? So now I don't even know if I can trust my eyes over my heart. That's the test. Please clarify Epona's wild daughter. Nope, that's too many. Please clarify Epona's wild daughter on strength. Too many. Epona's wild daughter on strength, please. Too many, but we've got the 8 of Cups, which is walking away from something that was unfulfilling. Those cups are empty. Walking away from empty cups that tipped over. That's the test. Can you walk away Are you going to walk away from something because you don't trust it, right? I heard in some cases, see that Taurus energy is coming back out. That Two of Cups triggered that soul contract. Either you or the other person came in sincere and enthusiastic, and somebody just walked away. I heard it took too long, but that's not even the problem. The problem was is just they got spooked. They got spooked by this Two of Cups because they couldn't trust what it was. They couldn't trust when they saw it before, you know. In others, I can admit that there was a Two of Cups. Somebody acknowledged that it was a soul contract, and they did go towards it, but they had to leave something else. That one I'm not getting as strong as the first one, though. I feel like this was like kind of somebody walked away from this Knight of Cups. They're walking towards the moon. That's, they're walking towards the moon, but when they get there, they're gonna meet the moon's daughter, and they're gonna have to take this test anyways. I'm gonna hold that up as well as I can because I might want to screenshot that. Eight of Cups going towards. Let's see if I can get that like that. I hate this. Hang on. There we go. Just like this. So he's going to be walking towards the moon, but when he gets there, he's got to take the test again because there's the Sphinx waiting for him. Okay? And that's what he's going to have strength on. Let's go one more layer. One more layer. And then, we'll see. We'll see with this layer if we're going to get the theme deck or the love quotes deck. Alright, let's clarify what this Seven of Pentacles is on top of the Sylvanus. What is the truth that's being seen? We've got the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups are, again, walking away. Yeah, that's what this mirroring is telling me they fear it because they saw it happen before. Eight of Pentacles, please. Eight of Pentacles on this new. It's the Empress, Taurus, and Libra energy. Yeah. It's Eight of Pentacles. I'm not done yet. This is the feminine. I'm not done yet. I'm still working. This is the Empress. Okay, I'm still getting into my Empress energy. Journey, pathways. Okay. Oh, that's so beautiful, though. She's just saying, it was a sudden shakeup, but I had to work really hard, and I'm not done yet, but I'm in my Empress energy, right? It's like nine of Pentacles energy. The Empress. Two of Cups, please. Please clarify the Two of Cups on bravery, on the Singer of Courage on Portal. I feel like this was a really jarring realization. We've got the Page of Wands. Very enthusiastic. Let's see here. Page of Wands. Active, energetic, cheerful, optimistic, fearless, enthusiastic, forward and ready, but not always forethinking. New ideas, good news, and opportunity. Let's see. Oh, okay. I feel like this Two of Cups offer came, and it was not fully formed yet. Like, remember it says here with the gotcha, it's like I'm not done. This is a small, very small offer. It's a very small intention. The Page of Wands is Aries energy. It's very enthusiastic, but it's not tested yet. That's what I'm getting. It hasn't been tested yet. It's brand new. That Two of Cups, yeah. It's like I feel that it's sincere, and I feel that it could be hot, but I've seen this before, and it didn't work. I had to walk away. This Eight of Cups here. Twice. Please clarify the Hierophant. What is the contract? What is the contract that was ended? Because it's on death. A natural ending to a soul contract. What was the contract that was finished? Natural ending. Irrevocable change. Irrevocable? I always say irrevocable. I don't know which accent is right. What is the change with this Hierophant? What is the change with this Hierophant? He's being stubborn. Come on, Taurus. Talk to me. I'm just going to flip you over. What was the natural ending? They don't want to talk about it. They do not want to talk about it. I feel like there's guilty feelings here. Come on, Taurus. Why are you feeling you can't talk about it? Page of Swords. Page of Swords. We've got quick, analytical, logical, decisive. It can be secretive, watchful, observant, studious, just but cold, intellectual, judgmental, possible, delayed, or disappointing news. Okay. That sucks. That really sucks for you, Taurus. But look, this card has a key, and the crow has a key, and he's on the doorknob, but you have to put it in the lock. You know, you can still open this door, Taurus, or Hierophant energy, whatever. There was an ending to a contract, and it's like, I feel like this person, especially with this squirrel in the tree, the misinformation, sometimes that Page of Swords is very cold because it's an air sign, it's an intellectual, it's thinking, it's not emotional. This would be Gemini, Libra energy. Yeah, information is unbiased, which means it's got no emotion. The only emotion that information gets is what we put on it. And we put it on there by our own perspective, you know? But the information itself, the act itself, whatever happens, it's neutral, really. I feel like they really somebody just, somebody approached something really with their brain head over heart, but they're gonna have to face it again because the test here is, are you gonna trust your heart? So please clarify the Knight of Cups on the Guardian of the Gate. The Knight of Cups, coming in hot, coming in sincere. Can you trust it? That's the test. Please clarify the Knight of Cups. The Hierophant. It's the sacred contract. What did I say? You use this Knight of Swords kind of they get stuck. like I'm getting stuck with my words. A lot of times us air signs will get stuck because there's a lot of thoughts going around, but we need a moment to organize and then speak it. But I feel like this Knight of Swords or this Page of Swords was maybe taking too long to decide if this was what was, I heard he took too long to decide what it was, when what it was a soulmate contract coming in twice. So now the Hierophant is back, and that's, right on top of the Knight of Cups. Aww, this could be so sweet. Let's clarify the Eight of Cups, please. Walking away. Can you pass this test? You're going right back towards the Sphinx. And now you've got two instances of this, Five of Wands. No. This is that inner conflict card. You're really fighting yourself over this. Otherwise, some in the collective know that there's going to be conflict walking away from some other hierophant, some other soul contract, because maybe this other soul contract, they saw some truth in something else. Golly. Okay, so this one that was ended like with a sword, like decisively and unemotionally. I feel like there was just this point where somebody got to where it's just like I'm fucking numb. I can't feel bad for either one of us anymore, and I'm calling it. Time out, time of death, whatever. And that's what this Knight of Swords, damn it, Page of Swords was. It was just a very defeated, cold, calling the time on, whatever. And then, hang on, let me change my music. And then there's a portal. Oh, now somebody is receiving. Okay, that's what it was. There was the ending of that one contract, okay? And now you're receiving like synchronicities and signs of this gateway towards the new contract. Not, I don't have Six of Cups, so I don't see that this is like from the past or anything. But it could be a renewal of something that was from the past, or it could be something new. I don't see new. Oh, well, with the death card and the gateway and the portal, this could be something new. Yeah. And then there's that Knight of Cups coming in sincere, like, hey, what about, hey, let's do this. I'm passionate for you. And they don't understand that it's a real hierophant. It's a real soul contract. And they may be walking towards something else. Five of Wands, I feel like somebody's like, no, don't go. I'll fight you on this. You know? It's interesting here. Epona's Wild Daughters is 50. The card is 54, which breaks down to a 9. And then on top of that, there's an 8. And now we've got a 5. It's just, there's some contention here. And I feel like this is inner. I don't feel like this is real fighting outside of themselves. There's just like contending motives within this person about going on to this new possible soul contract. But that's going to be their test. They have to decide if they can trust it, because it looks like something from the past that didn't work out. Okay? But don't be too harsh. You got the test that you have to pass is Can you trust your heart? Or are you going to trust your heart over your head? You know what I mean? No, it didn't come out. I wonder if it's close anywhere. No. But the last few readings, we've got the Eight of Swords underneath here, Queen of Swords, and Temperance. Okay. The Two of Swords had been coming out a lot recently, and that was the lesson with the Two of Swords was the Eight of Swords again. The lesson with the Two of Swords is that either one can be true. It depends which one you pick up. With those two swords, you're holding them. You're trying to decide which one is right, which one has the right information, which one which side is true. You can't decide which one is true. The truth is, neither one is true unless till you choose one. Okay? Whichever one you choose is the reality you will create. Make sure it's the one you want. And don't don't I heard don't shortchange yourself. You're working towards it. There's the Seven and the Eight of Pentacles. There's a lot of hard work going into this. Financially, materially, I heard what you're building of yourself inside, what you're repairing, what you're working on, what you're working towards, what you're changing about yourself. There's a lot of strength and effort being put into this. So make sure which one you choose is the one you want, because that's what you will create. It's like neither one are the truth right now. And that's why it's all in that's why swords energy is all in the head, because it's not manifested yet. It's imagined. Okay? We're trying to foresee what could happen. That's what the problem with us air signs is, that we try to here's what I've experienced. You try to anticipate every single combination, and you always fail. It's always a combination, or it's always an option, or it's always an outcome, the one you did not plan. So why rack your brain for it when you could have just tried to be prepared when you get there? That's what it's saying. It's saying there was a lot of hard work in deciding to walk away from whatever this was. Trust that you made all the changes that you needed to. Trust that you're here in the right spot in the right time to make this decision again. And trust that whichever sword you choose will manifest you the life you want. Because because it all starts with our thoughts. Okay, thoughts are things. Thoughts are the absolute first. Well, no, the first is the spark, the fire. That's, the fire signs. That's the first spark of a new opportunity. And then it's the thoughts. Okay? So the test that you're coming up to is, can you trust your heart over what you saw in the past? Because this feels like two different contracts. So don't judge this one coming in by what you walked away from in the first one, okay? That's what I got, collective. Thanks for sticking with me, and I'll see you probably tomorrow. Take care of each other. Take care of yourself. Until I see you again. Bye.